Anthropic is just not building the model, they are building an ecosystem. Every major move this week was either Anthropic making one or other labs reacting to this. Apple built something that no one else has ever done. They built a massive ecosystem starting from iPhone, MacBook, iPad, Apple Watch, and AirPods, unstoppable when joined together. And Anthropic is now using the same playbook this week. And while everyone is concentrating on Claude, there is a silent killer who has passed the benchmark of Gemini and ChatGPT, and no one is talking about it. What is that? Stick to me until the end of this video. To give you a quick context, Anthropic launched Claude in the year 2023 as just a chatbot. Like all the other AI, it will answer your question. And then came Claude Code, which disrupted the coding industry. Like if you have no experience in coding or if you don't have any knowledge in coding, you could be shipping the production. And it opened a new door of terminology named vibe coding. Then it launched Claude Cowork, which could be doing all your tasks, accessing with your files by entering into a laptop while you sleep. And this week, it just disrupted the design market. Let's get started there. On April 16th, Anthropic launched its new model Opus 4.7, an upgraded one from Opus 4.6. And what it can do is absolutely a massive upgrade from its previous model. So according to SWE benchmark, so imagine this benchmark as a scorecard that can analyze whether EA can fix bugs and do real-time testing. So it scored around 87.8 from 80.8 from its previous model, beating Gemini 3.1 and GPT 5.4, making it most powerful model yet. And the other upgrade, its vision got 3x bigger. That means now it could analyze much sharper, much detailed, and can give you a nuanced output. The other feature that the creators are sleeping on is its task budget. So imagine task budget as you have got $20 with you and you're going to Sephora and not realizing whether you have got $20, you're buying $200 or $300 worth of purchase. The same applies to AI agentic code. So AI agentic code works on tokens. Because AI agentic code works all night, 24/7, most creators sleep and get up with $200 bill because more amount of tokens that was being used. So now this could all be mitigated by using task budget. Now you could tell AI that you've got $5 worth of tokens, so please stop the work once you reach the limit. And the last upgrade of this model is its ultra view feature. Imagine that it is a multi-agent working all together for your project at once. So one could be testing your overall coding, one could be doing the design, one could be doing the styling, one could be checking whether all the codes are as per logic, and one could be doing backend all at once. So this is just not a model, it's building an infrastructure. 3 days later, Anthropic launched Claude Design, which just disrupted the market. As a sign, Figma's share dropped to 7%. It was a go-to tool for all designers, editors. So you could be asking, what does Claude Design do? It does everything, making slides, making one-pagers, landing pages, or maybe it could be designing a website. It can do all your design work. And Adobe lost its share between 1.4 to 4%, which was very massive for these two big companies. And luckily, Canva, you all know what Canva is used for. It has made one of the strategic moves. It has partnered with Claude Design and integrated together. So now you can be executing your output through Claude Design and exporting it into Canva. Okay, another big news. On April 7th, Claude announced Claude Mythos, which was a biggest revolution in cybersecurity industry. What it does was fascinating. It found a 27-year-old vulnerability that was sitting under the world's most secure operating system. Now imagine if you go into detail, you could get to know what Mythos has really done. Imagine a world's most secure operating system where elite members has been working decades trying to fix bugs, do regular testing, and they were not able to find this 27-year-old vulnerability. And when Mythos was introduced, it just found in a flash of time, and that's what capability of Mythos is. So what the Anthropic team has done is they have stopped the release date. They just send it out to the world's most enterprise like Apple, Google, Nvidia for testing under the project name Glasswing. And within the 7 days of its launch, OpenAI launched GPT 5.4 Cyber. This was also a cybersecurity vulnerability which was being only given to top enterprise for patch testing. 1 week, that's the response time. When Anthropic launched its cybersecurity vulnerability, within 7 days, OpenAI has also launched the same thing. So it is not building a model, it's building an ecosystem. And when Anthropic does it, the whole industry just gets adapted to it. Like what Apple does, Apple brought USB-C charger or AirPods. All the other tech giants has adapted to it and brought the same technology. And this is exactly what is happening to Anthropic. But Anthropic isn't the one really moving. Google DeepMind just launched Gemini Robot ER 1.6. It has integrated with Boston Dynamics Spot Robot, a four-legged one you must have seen dancing on the internet. But what Spot can do is really fascinating. It goes into the industrial area, reads physical gauges, temperature, fluid levels, understand what it's looking at and reports back. And right now it has been deployed at Hyundai Automation Plant. This was the work of a technician who's been trained, who has to get a certification to do this work, and now it has been replaced by robots. So what is China silently cooking in terms of AI? In this series, I will not only be giving you updates about the Western countries, but I will also be giving you updates what is happening in AI transformation all over the globe. So I will be talking about what is European countries doing, what is Chinese market doing, what is Indian market doing, and what is Asian market doing, and so on. What is China market doing in terms of AI? So you know about Alibaba. So they have recently launched a AI model. So it is called Gwen 3.1 plus, I believe. So it is an open source free version. So let us see in the upcoming days whether this model is just like all the other model like Claude and GPT or Gemini, or is it gonna be something transformational what DeepSeek has done? To know about the real growth in AI, the startup funding or venture funding is what really decides it. So when we look at the quarter 1 2026, around $297 billion was globally funded to startups, out of which 80% of the funds went to AI enterprise, which is a lot of amount. And OpenAI has raised the funding of around $122 billion. It's one of the largest funding that was being raised in the history, and around 30 billion funding was raised to Anthropic, around 20 billion was raised to XAI, the Grok, and around $16 billion for Waymo. Around approximately $188 billion. So this is where all the money is getting minted. You would be wondering, why now? So on April 17th, OpenAI started releasing ads into ChatGPT. This is one of the biggest shift or the transformation in marketing sector, because for the past 20 years businesses, founders, enterprises have been running their ads on Google through search engine optimization, and now there will be a deviation in it. So now founders and especially small founders, solopreneurs, it is the best time for you to deviate from SEO to something what we call chatbot optimization. Now we would be seeing in the upcoming days whether what the other AI models have to do with it, whether they are going to be incorporating with what OpenAI has currently done, whether they would be running their ads on their models, or whether they would be still ad free. I have to wait and watch what they have to do with it. But according to my opinion, all the AI are competing with each other. For example, Anthropic has launched Claude Mythos, and within a week, OpenAI has launched its cybersecurity vulnerability detective model. So I'm pretty much sure that all the other AI models also would be deviating into this path, because that's what the ad revenue comes from. Right now, most of the companies are going burnt. So let us see what it has to bring in. You remember what I told you on the starting of the video, a silent killer getting into the race? It's none other than Sarvam AI. It's an Indian startup AI company. It has launched within the 14-day launch streak, including text-to-speech recognition, Sarvam Vision, and so on. Sarvam Vision has scored 84.8 on OLM OCR benchmark. It's nothing complicated. It's just another scorecard metric that calculates how the AI is performing. So basically it's just like a report card they are giving it to you, nothing else. But what's more fascinating is it has just crossed Gemini and GPT, the latest models of the both. Gemini has scored around 80, I believe, 80.4, whereas the GPT, the latest 5.1 version has scored around, GPT 5.4 version has scored around 69.3. So to summarize everything, this is the pattern that I've noticed. Anthropic is just not building the model, it's building an ecosystem, and all the other models are reacting towards it and adapting them. For all the solopreneurs, small founders and startup founders, if this is the biggest opportunity that you have got to use AI as your C-suite executive. So if you like today's video, I would be making this series every Tuesday where I'm talking about all the AI updates. So hit the subscribe button so that you will be getting notified on whenever the video gets published into this channel. Yeah, thank you. See you next Tuesday.